Hey, everybody. Good morning. At least it's morning here in Laguna Beach, California. It's me, Teri Hunter. Anybody out there? Oops. Okay, I see somebody I see somebody. Who's out there? We had a little conflict. We've had some people. Natalia was streaming live, unaware. I didn't know she was going to do that. Can someone say hi to me so I know you can hear me? Can everybody hear me? Hi, always on time. Hi, small wildflowers. Good to see you. Okay, so we're here. What a dramatic morning. I got to tell you guys. So first I go to get on. I normally just open my Chrome and I'm already signed into Lotta's channel. No, not signed in today. Just, I don't know what happened. So I had to do investigative powers because they said she hadn't been on Skype for a couple of days. And then there's the two-process verification. Luckily, it worked out. And then when I finally signed in, there was Natalia doing her thing. So, hey, Frick. Okay, I'm just going to say Frick from South Africa. Welcome. Hi, Manny. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Stephen. Always on time. Hi. I'm so glad you're all here. So we're just here to hang out. We're just here to see how the week is going. I watched Brian's video, which I thought was totally cool. I didn't know he did meditations at the end of them. I really liked it. Hi, Stacy. Oh, well, I'm glad. Well, I'm glad you're working. I hope you're safe whatever your job is. So we'll hopefully see you on Sunday, and always on time from Mississippi. Yeah, where is everybody out there in the world? Oh my God, Stephen, you passed out? Bit your tooth and crack. Oh my God, bit your lip and cracked your tooth. That's terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's one hell of a full moon. Hey, Manny. Thank you. Well, interesting enough, yesterday, I think you guys all knew that I hurt my finger, right? And I just had a little bit of a dry cuticle and I pulled on it. And yesterday it became very icky. I won't even go into the description. Hey, Richie from San Diego, you're not far from me. And then I had to perform surgery on myself. You couldn't find a bottle of hydrogen peroxide to save your life in the market. I had to beg, borrow, and steal it from my neighbor. But I did the old-fashioned thing, and I cleaned the end of a needle and poked it, and now it's way, way better. What did I just see? Insomnia, always on time. Insomnia for the last 2 days. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's a drag. I hate it, especially when you're really tired. It's like a tired awakeness. Hi, namaste. That's clever how you did that, 11:11. Oh my God, Stephen, oh my goodness. That's terrible. I was washing dishes and placed a knife in the drawing rack, point side up. Well, note to self, don't be putting that point side up. You're so lucky you didn't slit your wrist and kill yourself accidentally. Oh my goodness. That's pretty intense. And the thing that's so weird about it is that, so think about it. I think I started to talk about Brian's video, and Uranus squaring Mars, Saturn. Okay, so Mars is sharp objects, unexpected. Yeah, lesson learned, dude. During this time, I've been super careful about trying to stay focused, and when I'm doing one thing and not look up when I'm using a knife. It just feels like a time to be extra special, mindful. Hey, Nirvana Flux, good to see you. Hi, Debbie Walker. Did I say hi to you earlier? I hate when I miss somebody. So how you guys all dealing with this whole staying in the house? Are you staying in the house? It's, yes, the pandemic will end. It's a little, I got to say, I haven't really left the house much, to walk the dog, and it's been raining here, which made, I think, yesterday even easier because when it's raining, you kind of surrender to being inside. Oh my goodness. Stephen, are you black and blue? Gibster 40, same on IG. Been in the house for almost a month. Wow. Wow, aspects to Pluto. So you broke up with your boyfriend. Stephen stabbed himself. Anybody else? I performed surgery on my finger yesterday. I agree. Love sitting in the yard on nice days. Stephen, you drank your breakfast this morning. Do you mean like you had a cocktail this morning, or you had a protein drink? Oh, hi, Jennifer. And is your boyfriend Stephen still in? I say boyfriend. I don't know if I'm making an assumption. You always say partner, so I'm assuming. Is your partner still in Denver? Hi, Tylena. Manny, are you asking a question? Why did this virus spreading in this occur in this astrological way? I think it has a lot to do with Jupiter joining the party, expanding everything, and then Mars coming into play. I read somewhere that Mars rules infectious and contagious diseases of the lungs. Somebody mentioned that would be a Gemini thing, but I think that there may be hues of both. Nirvana Flux, I've had some clients calling and saying that, they feel like it's really, this is like, I feel like the earth put us in a timeout because the earth really wants us to think about what the next chapter is for ourselves. I feel like it's super important for us to do our best to be easy with ourselves and not try to push too hard, but not give in to this kind of sluggish energy that's going on. I know aspects to Pluto. I don't know what day it is anymore either. I have to really think about it. And I kind of like stoked that we do this Wednesday thing now because about the idea. See, Gemini's the sign, Mars is the planet. So I think there was something when I read about it. I don't know what made me think. I think it had something to do with the fire aspect, but it made kind of sense to me because Mars coming into the play. I mean, if you think about it, we had K2, Mars, Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn all in Capricorn at the same time. Kaboom. Okay, so we have to give. I want to say this. Okay, so I'm just blabbing on, but I think it's a little bit about shaking it out, and rather than trying to be productive, I think it's about playtime. All right, guys, remember this stuff? Play-Doh. So we've got our pink, our purple, our orange, and our blue. I feel like you guys, you should time. Of a roller coaster ride for the rest of this year. And I want to say it this way because to me, spirit has made me feel like a lot of this is, if you think about it, this is a lung disease. People are having respiratory issues. To me, it's the breath of life. And I want to say that as we come together as a tribe and as spiritually minded people, continue to shine our light and like a beam, okay, and almost like a movie premiere beam a little bit, then we are helping to balance out the severity of this and the duration of it. I feel like, is there buffering? Kapoo. All right, we'll just give it a second. I don't know if somebody started another live. I don't think you can. That's a good one. Who's got good jokes out there? Exactly. I think what we should try to do is balance things out through, and I don't want to be like as if not to acknowledge the severity of what is going on right now, but I feel like it's so important to find that sense of joy and I don't even want to say purpose right now. It's like going back to be, Lada mentioned that a lot of people will become millionaires during this time. And I think it's because they'll be the people that invent the device situation. So, yes, we're rewriting a new normal, but I think that's really important why we have to rewrite our societal structures. I feel like it also gives us an opportunity to look and what are our own interior structures, right? And what do we want them to be? So I feel like let's try to, and also you guys be mindful about that news thing, If you watch too much of it, it may depress you. I don't think that's going to be any fun. I think, there's always some sort of polarity during these times, Brianna. Hi, Debbie. Nice to see you. Debbie Walker and Debbie Rule as well. I hope I say that right. I'm assuming the H is silent. House, get yourself balloons, have a cake, blow out the candles, set up a fort with blankets and be a silly little kid during this time. I think I've been really kind of noticing parents with their children, and children aren't really aware of the severity of this. So they're enjoying riding their bikes or doing whatever their playtime is. And I feel like I hope we can take a page. Stephen, well, that's very cool. It's interesting that you would have that accident. I think that your focus was diverted while you were doing the dishes. Tylene, I want to say this too. Lucky had his birthday during the beginning of this social distancing, and we played hall ball in the house, and we played hide and seek for treats, and we just did dumb things. So I feel like dumb things to celebrate your birthday. Buffering again. So cool that we're not. Stephen hurt himself. He cut himself with a knife that he left pointed up in the dish drainer. Yuck. I know. So many people's, I have a friend, her husband's birthday's April 1st, her birthday's April 5th, and her daughter's is April 9th. And all of them have been in the house and not left the house, not even to go to the market. They're having things delivered for a month. Welcome, Susie. Oh no, you scalded your hand last week. Oh my goodness. All of us have been hurting ourselves and in our hands. It's so interesting because I have my finger, Stephen's wrist, your hand. I wonder what there's. VK, hi, how are you doing? How's our little baby brewing? Tylena, then plant a garden and have some drink. I think so too, Small Wildflowers. I love this group. I feel like every week we become tighter and tighter and we get to know each other more. And in some ways, while you guys all get to see me and I don't necessarily get to see you. And Nikki, maybe you can explain to me how I can, because you had mentioned doing a TikTok thing and something about Zoom. And I'd love to be able to see some of you. I've been able to do readings for some of you. And so I know what you look like. But hey, McKenna, welcome. I don't know if Gemini rules the arms. I think, oh no, because the second house rules the hands, right? So maybe. You cracked your left shoulder? Oh my goodness gracious, everybody. What are we doing hurting ourselves? Oh my goodness, always on time. A half-acre garden is not a garden, it's an actual farm. That is a lot of hard work. What are you guys planting? What kind are you planting? Vegetables? Are you planting? Welcome to the 30s. I loved my 30s. Oh, Tylena, I love you back. We all love you back. We love each other. It's so much fun. So tell me, what are you planting? When I used to live in Santa Monica for a long time, and I had a little bit of land. It was a little dirt pile, and I planted. Let's see, what did I plant? I planted sugar snap peas, tomatoes, cucumbers. I tried an artichoke, but that was really hard. TikTok tag group as Terry Hunter. Zoom needs everyone to have a conference code. Gets complicated. So many in the room. Oh, yes, you know what the most cool thing about growing your own veggies is watching them, how they come out of the flowers. I love doing that. Hello, what's going on? Magnetic James, this is just a hangout. It's like we're all stuck in the house together. We're all, having a little cabin fever, and we have a Sunday morning show where I do angel readings by astrological rising sign. So we decided, since we're all sort of having staycations, a lot of room. Oh no, Stephen, you had to drink your cream of wheat through a straw. That can't be easy. Cream of wheat's kind of thick. Oh, peas, tomatoes, and cucumbers. And corn. I'm going to say this. Fresh corn grown in your yard is the most amazing thing. Baby's doing well. Good. Yes, everything will stay calm. We're going to put VK's baby. When's the baby due? Is it May? Yes. We'll put some love around you. May 14th. Okay. We'll put some love around you and baby and all of that. Did you say it's a little girl? Did you tell me it's a girl? Hey, Magnetic James. Cool. I'm glad you joined us. That's why we're here, Nirvana Flux, because we've been feeling alone, and it's like, oof. Yes, a girl. Good. Can we ask, do we have a name? You know what, Tylena? I bet you just need to plant things that are indigenous to Northern Nevada. Victoria. Oh, that's beautiful. That's awesome. Oh, thank you, Brianna. And you guys will never be alone as long as I can be here and chat with you. It's funny. I was thinking about, before I got to be on Lotta's channel, I did a quick one question with her about my career. And this was about, I don't know, must have been 2018. And she said it was about creating partnerships with other people, with individuals. And I was thinking about it today because any of the partnerships, like I've thought about doing like a podcast and trying to do things with other people, and it's never worked out. And then I thought about you guys, and I thought, wait a minute, we are creating a partnership. All of us are creating a partnership. As we come together, us 37 people hanging out with like-mindedness, I think it's pretty cool. Hey, birding everywhere, some guy with a mask. I'm kidding. But Stephen actually is never going to put a knife up, point side up in the dish drainer again. Right? I wish we could see you. You probably have like yourself all bandaged up. People probably thinking you tried to hurt yourself. Okay. So what's everybody been doing to entertain themselves? Anything? I think I'm going to pull out some of my Play-Doh and start squeezing it. It's kind of a double thing. Because Play-Doh, you can sculpt with it, but you can also, it's like a little stress reliever. Yesterday, I spent most of the day actually trying to care for my wound, which I'm so stoked is so much better. Stephen, did you actually go to the hospital? Did you need to get stitches? People are joining an app called House Party. Oh, that sounds cool. Oh, that's so cool, McKenna. I think that's a great idea. That's definitely going to be the wave of the future. Hey, V, hello. We're here just chatting. Hi, Astro Anna. And you're working. What do you do, Astro Anna? Oh, moving mountains. That's awesome. Always on time. I'm cool. I'd love to be on a ranch right now. I would love to be out in the open. Cleaned anything? I just honestly today I think I felt better than I have since this whole thing started. And I don't know why, because this full moon was so cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, or supposed to be, but I feel like a sense of relief now. I don't know if relief is the word. I don't know. I felt heavy on the inside. It wasn't even about the outside. Yeah, everything is pretty Nirvana Flux in Laguna here. Everything is pretty shut down. And there's that next door app, and people are up in arms if you're walking around and you're not wearing a mask. And honestly, I'm not wearing a mask and gloves. I don't feel vulnerable. I mean, not that I'm impervious, but I've been taking care of myself. I feel good. Oh, good, moving mountains. Yeah, I feel like something is loosening up for me. It's almost like when I get into that space of feeling no motivation. What did I miss? Cleaning. I wish I'd been cleaning. I'd love to clean my carpets. How do you clean your carpets by yourself, Small? Because I would love to clean my carpets. Jeez Louise. Everything's going to get a little postponed. What show on Netflix? I missed that. I don't have Netflix. I'm behind the times there. I've heard there's some funny shows on it. I heard there's one with Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda that's supposed to be pretty funny. But CC Pups, that's the one thing I miss is gardening. I tried doing having things on my patio, but it became like a graveyard. Once they were out on the patio, they seemed to just die and wither away. Oh, Tylena, you know what happens when you do that little thing? When you put a little F word in there. Oh, that's the actual name of the show. Okay. We're all a little bit crazy, Astro Anna. That's why we get along so well. It's why we have so much fun together. Yeah, there's no astrology today. We're actually just blah, blah, blah. That's exactly what we're doing. Emra, on Sundays, I've decided we'd like just to get together during the midweek and shoot the you-know-what. So that's what we're doing. So we're just talking. We're just trying to hang out together, stay connected, not go stir crazy. And that's that. So you're right. It is a bunch of blah, blah, blah and no astrology whatsoever. Okay, Nikki, I'm with you. Let me know. And if you want to reach me, you can email me through Lotta's site and we can try to figure out and set something up so we can all figure it out. Oh, lemon meringue torte with cinnamon cookie living food crust. Susie, that sounds amazing. Wait a minute. Let me read that. Cinnamon cookie living food crust with vanilla cashew cream as a birthday treat for the person I'm divorcing. Well, isn't that nice? Made with intention, and they are being more considerate. See, that's really cool. That's a vibration we can all kind of play around with. Moving mountains, the blah blah is the best part. Thank you. I'm super good at blah blah blah. Oh, CC Pups, you're so lucky. I don't. Oh, Magnetic James, everybody. A lot of people are here are divorced or going through divorces, and it rained cats and dogs here yesterday, and it rained last night, and even this morning when I took Lucky out, it was still a little rainy, and now the sun started to come out. It's nice to finally get the windows open and have some fresh air. Are you guys actually able to get out in it? VK, that's funny. A lot of us were talking on Sunday about food, a lot of different types of food. I think cooking is therapeutic. Hi, Patricia. Welcome. Chrissy, welcome. Always on time. You know, it's so amazing. I've met so many people who divorced and have stayed together, but they're just technically not married anymore. Oh, okay, because you have white legs, small wildflowers. I'm a little jealous you're outside in the sunshine. That's why I wish I had a yard. If I had a yard, it would be so much nicer. Yeah, McKenna, we're only allowed, I mean, not allowed, I shouldn't say that, but it's really, today I heard the governor say that some places are allowed to refuse your service or to serve you if you're not wearing a mask. Susie Sherlock, that's interesting because, Capricorn and Cancer are on the eclipse axis. So that will bring in fated events from things, and divorces can sometimes be fated events. Okay, Nikki, we'll figure something out. We'll figure something else. And I also want to check with Lotta that she's going to be okay if we do this. I don't think she's going to care. But we'll see. I just want to make sure we're following the rules. I want to say, McKenna, I feel very blessed, in so many ways. It's interesting because when I think about the idea of being blessed, I think right now I don't feel blessed because of my own circumstances. I almost feel blessed to have this like-minded group. I haven't never had so many people that I can reach out to. They all look at me like I got horns coming out of my head. And then, instead of acknowledging my intuition, people are snotty. I must know it all. Think you know everything. Well, I don't know. So I'm glad to be here. I feel super blessed to be here. Nikki, let's make sure we all dress as nice as you do when we are on Zoom. Wait, what did I miss? Oh, because you're wearing shorts, because you're outside in the nice sunshine. Okay. 90 degrees, CC Pups. Oh my goodness. How funny. All right. Thank you, Susie. Oh my goodness. Pudgy muffin top, my baloney. Always on time. I agree. The ego is something I wouldn't want to, I don't like to villainize, but I got to be careful a little bit. Sometimes she can run amok. Magnetic James, the internet is, the internet will never not function at this point. Oh, good, McKenna. I like that. And looking in some ways, those of us that can look into our personal charts, we can stretch for the higher vibrations of these challenging dynamics. And we can see, for me, I've got Pluto and Jupiter right now squaring my sun and then going to square my Mars. So we'll see what's going to happen there. I just try to stay as intentional and focused on my bigger picture as I possibly can. What do the angels have to say at the ending of this mess? It's interesting because they don't really think of it as a mess. What they think of it as is this, there has been pandemics throughout history. And if we really look at each country has suffered, each ethnicity has suffered, each gender in some way has suffered some atrocity or another. And I think what Spirit most celebrates is us stretching for the highest vibration of ourselves in unity. I mentioned on Sunday that I participated in the million, and I like to call it soul meditation. And then when I watched Brian Coulter's video, he too mentioned that as each of us shine our light, we add to the balance. This situation, while it's tremendously heartbreaking in many ways, look at the unity that's been created, the global unity that's been created. And that to me is so beautiful. And I think that's what Spirit focuses in on. We're gonna have to figure all that Zoom stuff out. So I don't know how soon that'll happen, but we'll try to figure it out. Okay, let's see. Moving Mountains says, Teri, what would your advice be on feeling helpless? Sometimes I find myself really emotional over the suffering of others and just cry, especially now. It just feels so sad and overwhelming. Moving Mountains, I'm going to say this. I don't know that I would even try to resist the feelings. I too, I don't know if I feel helpless, but what I do feel is super emotional. I can cry at the drop of a hat. It seems to be coming on and off at any moment. And I think it's because we're swimming through such a challenging energy. We're recalibrating what normal is, So I think the crying thing is absolutely called for. I think it's the one of the God's wisdoms was to give people an opportunity to release that. And it's our job to also implement the law of allowing it to come in, and therefore also allowing whatever environmental dynamics or people or places that are experiencing the same thing to have their interpretation or perception of it, while all the while being able to stay in yours and receive. When you talk about people who have zero income, I gotta say this, CC Pups, I work for myself. I have zero income unless people book readings. And I've asked Spirit, how do I process this? What do I do? And I have to sort of go back to a bigger picture. And that bigger picture is somehow by me staying in authenticity to myself, somehow things will work out. I had to call my landlord yesterday. I still have not paid my rent, and ask him, and say, I'll be there. I'm hoping to get it to you by the end of the week. Hopefully you're not going to ding me with that late fee, and we'll just see. I feel like each one of us has to look deep within our hearts, and in some ways to surrender our fears so that Spirit can open up and show us benefit that comes through this. I was watching, and only briefly because it was at the end of my soap opera, General Hospital, the news, and a single woman had trouble paying her rent, and somebody A restaurant owner who had to close his restaurant heard about her and was touched by her story, and he paid her rent. This is an opportunity when things are kind of crashing for people to be their best. So I want to say, CC Pups, let's stretch. There's 31 people, 33 people in this room right now. Let's all stretch and think this is all, somehow we're going to rise to our best selves, and the people around us are going to rise to their best selves. Stephen, I don't know about how you're keeping your wound clean, but I kept mine clean with hydrogen peroxide. And thank God, because it really made a huge difference overnight. Oh, Patricia, that's very sweet. I'm thinking I'm going to be okay. Again, I've been doing this for 7 years. And for 7 years, I've been flying by the seat of my pants. And while the world has changed, I don't know. I don't know if I'm living in a dream. I don't know if I'm an idiot, but make sure your wound can breathe. Neosporin will not let your wound breathe. Hydrogen peroxide will let it breathe, Stephen. But Patricia, I just have, there's something deep in my heart that says you're okay. There's something deep in my heart that says, Spirit just says, sort of putting on these sort of blinders and just staying in this moment. In this moment, everything's okay. In this moment, there is nothing threatening me. So in this moment, I'm going to trust a bigger picture of things. Thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that. I think the good vibes is the best thing we can all send to each other. I think the idea, that's why I wanted to do this. I wanted to go blah, 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 blah on Wednesdays, because I think it's our way of contributing to the balance. It's our way of staying connected, but not just connected to complain about what's happening, but the opposite. Small wildflowers. Your landlord's a friend. That's interesting. Okay. Nikki, I don't know like about the whole Zoom thing. If people want to jump onto the Zoom thing. Oh, that's so sweet, you guys, that you want to help me through PayPal. I kind of feel weird about that. I don't know why. I feel like, I could tell you, but I don't know. I feel weird. Wasn't looking for you guys wasn't looking for any funding here, but I appreciate that you want to do that. I just don't, Nikki, I don't know how to coordinate that. I don't know how to, and I feel like for some reason I got to check in with Lotta and see if she'd be okay. Oh, Brianna, you're so sweet. I think it's great that we're willing to help each other. I agree. Oh, Nikki, you take care of you. You guys take care of you. Just feeling the love coming from you guys all. It's just, that's plenty. That's like more than you could ever give me in the way of financial help. I'm telling you, the vibration is amazing. Take care of you. Excuse me. All right, always on time. Do your best. Be well. We'll see you. Take care of you. Well, I'm glad, small wildflowers, I think that Spirit puts people in our path to save us every once in a while, to make sure we're okay. Just, we're meant to, I think sometimes we're meant to allow people to help us, allow people so that we can help others. There's a give and take going on here. I want to say this for Patricia. I don't have really like a family support system. But, I feel so much support from spirit that when I get super scared, and let me tell you, and I think maybe, and I'm not telling you guys this because honestly, I'm not giving you my PayPal. So there we go. But I feel like faith moves mountains, the faith of a mustard seed. And yesterday I had a couple of clients, and they were all phone clients, and I don't know. I'm starting to feel more hopeful. I'm starting to feel more faithful. I'm starting to feel more light. And I don't know, maybe it's because I conquered my finger. I don't know. Are you leaving, Brianna? I'm lost. Oh, Cece Pups, you're so sweet. Okay, I don't know. I don't know where we are, what we're chatting about in the chat. I got distracted. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Well, hopefully Always on Time has a good day. By the way, how I know that here in the United States, the president has signed a stimulus so that people who have filed their taxes will receive a certain check. What's happening with everybody else? I know we are having 20 different conversations. At least we're here to be able to have 20 different conversations. How are people in other countries getting help? Are there stimulus checks coming from their governments? I don't know. What's happening? What are they doing, Nikki? How are they helping? See, this is unprecedented. Patricia, Nikki, to see these countries, take care of each other, it's interesting it's almost like, it's kind of sad, but it's like this brings everybody together. It's like pulling us apart is pushing us together. I feel like we're in that storm period of the age of Aquarius. Hello, Rico. Welcome. All right, Stephen, you take care of yourself. We'll see you on Sunday. You've lost a lot of blood. You should definitely take care of yourself. Welcome, Shinli. Let me see what you said. Oh, terrific. I'm glad, it just, in some ways, while, it's, some of this stuff is going to be challenging, I think somehow we'll all make it through if we just hang in there together. Yeah, I was going to later on, I was going to call my account. I know that there's some things that small businesses are, and I don't know if I'm considered a small business because I'm just one person. I don't know how it works with it's just when you're just one person. The people who filed 2018 and anyone who filed 2019, I think, is getting checks. And I don't know. I think it's probably because it's just, I would assume that they are doing that because they're just, I don't know, they can go in the computer and hit a button and say, if they filed, boom, check, filed, boom, like that. That's what I'm thinking. Good, McKenna. I'm glad that you feel safe. I think it's so important for us to reach for a bigger support system. And that's spirit, Brianna, exactly. It's funny too, because during this particular time, I have been seeing, I don't know if you guys know what orbs are, and you can see them usually through the camera. It almost looks like a firefly flying. There's little shooting lights. And oftentimes I'd see them in the shower. And I was never sure if it was just the water reflecting through the light or something. But I've started seeing more and more orbs outside of the shower. And it's weird because I don't see them like straight on. I'll see them out the corner of my eye. And I'm not dizzy and I'm not losing my mind. I think that everyone will follow through, Susie. I do. So I guess what I'm saying is I feel like spirit, our guides, our angels, those that watch over us are watching at a very, they're tucking in tight with us now, guys. And as we connect with them, they're going to make themselves more readily known. And that's going to come through, again, through signs and omens. It can be through songs, through television, through signs, just through license plates, through numbers. You don't see the worms. Oh, wow. So they must do something in Nikki, in the way that you pay taxes through your employer. I don't know. It's funny. I've seen a lot of people on Instagram talk about how their dogs are like, wish their human parents would go back to work. And I have to laugh because Lucky's here with me every day. And he's starting the thing Lucky's missing is that he tries to go talk to people when we go for a walk, and they like, you have to stand 6 feet away, and he's used to everybody loving on him and him walking up and butting into people's conversations. And he's like, where's all my fan clubs? Yeah. You know what, VK, I think that's one of the very first ways I think spirit starts to connect with us. And as we start to connect that through the numbers, then they'll take it up a notch and they'll start giving you words and phrases and symbols, and you just got to trust it sometimes. I think I mentioned on Sunday that, when my finger first got hurt, I was like, and instantly went over the top. Oh, my finger is going to get amputated. And then as I connected with God and the angels, and because I was asking, I don't want to go to any medical facility right now for this little thing, because I don't want to expose myself to a medical facility. And I just felt like my grandparents came through and reminded me of how they used to fix things when I was little. And most of the time we didn't go to the doctor. Grandma would put a compress on and poke things with a needle and things like that. So that's what I did yesterday, is I poked the pus out. Oh, I didn't want to be gross, but anyway. All right. Okay. Tylena, I have put an invisible bubble over my family so we can stay protected from all this stuff. I call it the higher power help of protection and fully believe that this will help. 100%, Tylena. 100%. And I want to say this too, because spirit will then inspire you sometimes in how to help them help you. So you may be inspired to take more vitamin C or to get some sunshine. Allow those inspirations to lead you as well, because that's one of the ways they help protect us, is to inspire action. I've been, for this last year or so, been really, I think I told you on Sunday, I'm not great, but I've been better, and I've been really kind of taking a lot of vitamin C, and I think that it's helped a lot keep my immune system up. 411 is interesting because that's information, right? At least in the United States, you dial 411 for info, or at least that's what we used to call it. So I wonder if Spirit's trying to give you some info, Tylena. You're on your solar return this Saturday, so maybe maybe there's something there. Susie says, at Nikki Ryan, I am self-employed. And Teri, if your business impacted due to Rona, tax docs can help folks with money. That is not a loan. Loans will be available for small business as well. Your birthday's 411. Oh, of course I didn't put it together. Saturday's 411. That's amazing. That's a sign. That Tylena is definitely a sign. And now you should ask your spirit guides, well, what more do you want me to know? You got some surprises for me? Things will absolutely change for the better. It's our job to look for the better. When we look for the better, we attract the better. That's the law of attraction. The law of attraction happens as a result of our energetic focus. If you look at your underlying belief of things, you'll see that belief carries a ripple effect and it creates an experience. On Saturday, I really started to think about how would this situation impact me. And I did a Shiva meditation. I quite enjoyed doing Shiva meditations or mantras. It helps me focus. And by the time I got out of it, I had booked 2 appointments. And by the time I finished those 2 appointments, there were 2 more. And these are all phone appointments, little half hours here or there. And that's part of my job. I don't know how the day is going to unfold. Good morning, Julia. Or I should say good afternoon now. Tylena, I think that might have something to do with Neptune and Mercury's recent meeting and how that's playing out. I've had a lot of weird dreams too. Shirley, wow. I'm sorry, Shirley. Susie, so the day that the pandemic was declared was your birthday. On my 30th birthday, there was a huge earthquake in Northern California, and I remember being quite kind of twisted a little in my head about that. Oh, welcome, Julie. So you're in Vienna. How are things? I hear that you can see dolphins in the water now in Vienna. Hi, Sydney. Is it Gia Maria? Welcome. So good to see you. We're just here kind of shooting the hanging out together because it's I don't know where we need the connection. The 3 days of darkness. I'm not sure I'm familiar with what that is. Is 2020 military time? Is that what that is on the phone? Oh, happy belated birthday, Susie. I didn't realize. I don't know what the 3 days of darkness is. Oh, Vienna, Austria, not Venice. I'm sorry. Silly me. I'm sorry. I need to get new glasses. Oh, okay. UK time. So that's 10 p.m. or so. Is that what that is? Wow. Oh, 8 p.m. Okay. So it's not too late. Oh, 3 days of maybe telecommunications failure. Well, let's not put that out into the universe. Because that would probably make everybody. Because you younger people are not used to not having an internet. You don't know what it's like just to have, 4 stations on the TV. And I think what Gia Maria is saying, somehow there's supposed to be, somebody must have said there'll be an internet issue or something, and that the internet might go dark. I don't think that's going to happen. I hope it's not going to happen. I'm playing with my Play-Doh, you guys, by the way. It feels so good to squeeze it. Well, see, that's why we're here together. We'll shine our light. We'll put our positive vibes. We'll put our intentional vibes out into the universe that we'll all be able to stay connected. Susie, I agree. There's a lot of even the compassionate commercials, that are saying we'll get through this are sending fear bubbles. There's nothing we can do about it right now. I think it's part of the ascension. I think it's part of the opportunity to say, how do I want to process this time? And I think that, when we say no thing outside ourselves, I feel like sometimes we as souls agree to walk through dark times so that we can shine a light for others, so that we don't succumb to the darkness. McKenna, that's so funny because who knows if I don't know if Kindles work without the internet, but I always worried that, I think books should never go out of print. I think about Tom Hanks in that movie. What was that movie when he was on the island? Oh, geez. He was the FedEx driver. Wilson, not Survivor. I can't remember the name of the movie right now, but, if you had one book, at least you had something to keep yourself to do. Can you imagine? I can't. Castaway. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. You're so awesome. You guys always catch me when my brain goes dead, and it so easily goes dead lately. I don't think it's anything bad of preparing for having I don't even know if it was unconscious, moving mountains. I had, Spirit was really telling me to start to pay attention to my immune system over the last year. I was watching one of Lotta's videos. She mentioned the medical medium. I got his books. Have I been great and turned into medical medium, perfect person eating? No, but boy, have I really done a lot to fuel my body with nutrients. And I'm so glad I have. I feel like that heads up. Well, because I was turning 60, so I thought maybe it was just about old age, but now I realize it's about something more. Julia, I'm sorry to hear that. But I also want to say that, I'm kind of stoked you guys aren't experiencing too much of the virus, and hopefully your government will implement laws that are fair. And yes, I think that some of our freedoms may be encroached upon, just the way 9/11 changed our freedoms. We still get to travel. It may take a little bit more time and we have to go through security now, but we adjusted, and I think we'll somehow adjust to this. And I hope in many ways that part of that adjustment is the rekindling of the family as a bigger priority. I'm hoping that, we look at our grocery store clerks and the people that up until now maybe we took for granted a little bit, and see, everybody is a first responder in some way or another. Everybody has a chance to be a hero, and everybody deserves for us to see the best before we see the worst. I think in some ways, I know for myself, I kind of got used to seeing what people aren't. And now I'm kind of more committed to seeing what they are, because we're all flawed in some ways or another. Tylena, I know. Maybe go through your old library and read some of the books that you have that you really enjoyed and you haven't read in a while. You might see something you hadn't seen before. Excuse me. Almost afraid to clear my throat for fear people don't have a cough. David Wilcox. I'm not sure if I know David Wilcox. It kind of sounds familiar, but I can't remember who. I will say this, Susie. I feel like throughout millennium, throughout man's, journey here on the earth plane, it's about contrast. It's about there is never gonna. This is not the place for nirvana. This is not the place where we all sit and play harps on little clouds. That's somewhere else. Here is a planet where we can make choices, and those choices empower us. And when we're here in the physical body, sometimes that the fear that we feel can feel paralyzing and crippling. But when we walk through that fear and we succeed, or even just a little bit, just the idea that we did walk through the fear, it's an empowering feeling that we wouldn't have in any other realm. So there is a purpose to all of this. There is a rhyme and there is a reason. And I don't believe we die. I believe the soul goes on. I mean, not in this form, although I do believe that the soul has the opportunity to come back into this form. but I think there's so much out there. I mean, I just look up into the sky and I think, oh my goodness. Okay. Well, we've been kind of hanging out here for a little bit. I think I might wrap this up. You guys ready to call it a day? There's some great books out there. Yeah, yes, you see pups, you can listen to books. You can listen to them while you're doing whatever you're doing. But make sure you do a little time to play. Color if you want, cook. Take time to see I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to find the light in every bit of the gray. That's all. All right, Kittlemans. I think I'm going to call it a day now. And I want to thank you all for joining me. I don't know if I'm going to leave this thing up because we're just, as I think it was Moving Mountains or somebody said, I'm just blah, blah, blah. Oh, it was James, I think, blah, blah, blah. So, but we'll be back on Sunday at 11 a.m. to do more readings. Love to all of you. I want you to have a happy, happy birthday, Tylena. I'll be thinking of you on Saturday and sending you some celebratory vibes. VK, thank you for joining in. I'm always love to see you. I always think of what I'm so excited for this next chapter for you guys. Oh, that's terrific. Thank you, Moving Mountains. All right, guys, we're going to thank you, Julia. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you on Sunday. Be well. And remember, laughter is one of the best ways to keep your immune system healthy and safe. I'll be sending lots of good vibes to you and to the people you love. Take care. We'll see you on Sunday. Namaste, everybody.